What's going on, fam? This is KR Jones of the Off the Strength podcast, and I am here to tell you to like, listen, subscribe, and if you're feeling freaky, visit offthestrength.com. That's where you can go and get more information on us. That's where we can link, we can build, we can connect, and let's make this thing work.
I'm taking life as my sport, you know. Stopped playing ball a long time ago, so I'm just trying to win at this sport called life. 9.5, 10 years in the nightclub industry, working like 6 to 4 a.m. shifts, after hours, you know, craziness. And I was like, yo, I gotta like reset my life. And like I really like took this year to find myself. I had to start working out again, start eating better, start traveling more and everything. I really just like try to find another aspect of myself, you know. I just wanted Drip to be a place where, you know, urban professionals could go see other urban professionals and creators and talk and have somewhere to eat some good food, watch TV, escape the stresses of life, you know, just kick it, you know, and just chill, you know, just find like another hub. I've been to mad coffee shops everywhere in Brooklyn, and I just wanted to go to a coffee shop, you walk in and you can hear like some, you know, like some Mobb Deep or some
the vibes, bro,
or some Biggie, see some dope art on the wall by some independent artists and get, you know, some dope
place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody. All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them when I know that I can beat them now? They put their words on me and they can eat them now. That's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably, making room for people who didn't like the labor but wanted the spoils, greedy, selfish behavior.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome back to yet another episode of Off the Strength, where we're giving you the inside look into all things wellness culture. I'm a trainer called Tony, and of course with me I got some gentlemen of extraordinary league.
KR Jones is in the building.
That's right, folks. We are back. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all type from near and far, you are now in store for a treat. Ain't that right, Brother Jones?
Oh, you goddamn right, Brother Tone.
You got to let them know what they in for, man.
Now, I got to say this, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, you get somebody in that you consider a friend, you know, a confidant, a brother of yours, somebody that inspired you along the way in your journey.
You better believe it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, this brother that we got in here, when I was first getting my feet wet in the fitness industry, I'm going way back in the day.
Okay.
This was the man that when I saw him, I was like, oh, no, I need to do what he be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like... Now, for the trainers out there that listen to this the first man that I seen with a 7 to 3 with no breaks, unless he was working out and his clients worked out with him and paid him for it.
You talking back to back.
Back to back.
Awesome.
I'm like, I need my schedule like that. They're like, nah, fam, I got this 6 a.m., I got a 9 p.m.
Don't do that. That's a nasty schedule.
I had 2 people on my schedule at the time.
That's a nasty look.
So to be able to see somebody live that life, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I'm inspired by homie. And he was putting up numbers. And you know, we can't name the space that he was in.
You know.
But my brother laid down this foundation of what a business owner looked like, of what entrepreneurialism looked like. You know what I'm saying? So we got my brother, Mitch Senat, in the building. What's
we got to make some noise for my man Mitch inside.
Mitch, baby.
Drip. What's good, bro?
What's good? Yo.
Man, we've been singing this brother's praises for a long time, man. We got to make sure that we make the right type of feeling be known by the people out there.
Oh, of course.
As to why this man is so great. Mitch, we happy to have you in here, bro.
Yo, I appreciate the invite, man. It's a long time coming. And,
man.
Y'all been doing your thing here for a minute. I love this. The studio's dope.
Blessings, man. Appreciate you.
I just appreciate being over here, man. Having the chance to kick it with y'all, talk. I've known y'all for a long time. Kyle, you know how long we've been in this industry. Tony, you've been a pioneer in this industry for a long time. Yo.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Your network in this industry is ridiculous. You know?
Man, I've been working, bro. You know, and if Kyle gave that type of intro, I got to give you your flowers too off the top too, bro, because the whole time while you was doing what you was doing over at that space, I was sneaking around the corner to try to get these workouts in from time to time, and I seen this brother with these shoulders up in there. In there just doing all types of craziness. I seen Mitch on the front side. Then I started talking about that network, man. I was like, yo, Mitch is connected to a lot of same people I'm connected to, man. It's like, yo, he was moving around in that Chelsea area in that whole meatpacking district with the brother TB a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? My man,
of course.
I love the
nightlife.
You better believe it, man. That's the thing that I was attracted to before anything else, bro. It's kind of like, yo, this man is an entrepreneur through and through. Every single facet that he's touching, he is figuring out the names, the numbers, all the different stuff that he needs to do to make sure his business is proliferating. And brother, I loved it from the first time I see it, and I've seen the growth and maturation. I can't wait to share that story with everybody, bro.
Yo, I appreciate that, yo, bro. This is a lot of hard work, man. You know, and
I seen it,
and I'm taking life as my sport. You know, stopped playing ball a long time ago, so I'm just trying to win at this sport called life.
Man, and I seen this dude on the basketball court too. You don't want no problems, fam. I'm trying to tell you.
Super fast.
I never felt the screen so hard. I remember when he did that damn Mercedes Club. My whole life was gone.
Now, before we get into any of that, you know what I'm saying? We start the show a particular way. You know what I'm saying? So the way this show goes is we got to ask you, brother.
Yeah.
Where were you when you fell in love with this thing we call wellness?
So it was basically when I got out of the nightclub industry. I did, like the owner sold the club. I was chilling, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a year off." You know, so I took a year off. Like, you know, pay my bills and chilling. And like I really like took this year like to find myself, because I just spent like 9.5, 10 years in the nightclub industry, working like 6 to 4 a.m. shifts, after hours, you know, craziness. And I was like, yo, I gotta like reset my life. It was either go back to nightlife or like really reset my shit and get back to it. So, you know, I decided to start working out again, start eating better, start traveling more and everything, and really just like try to find another aspect of myself. You know, getting fit, you know, you working out. So you're like, yo, you tell your homies, yo, let's go work out, yo, let's go to the park, let's go do this. And yo, it got to the point when like a lot of my friends just got sick of it. They were like, yo, son, why don't you get paid for this shit, yo? You know, why don't you work out with people who really want to, you know,
be in that life.
You know, like, I'm not trying to work out right now, bro. So why don't you get somebody to pay you for this shit? And I was just like, you know what? I didn't even take it like they was cracking on me. I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, went online, so I had to do, boom, boom. That spot hit me back that you know so well.
Oh, of course.
You know, I picked up on that, but that spot hit me, and they were like, yo, come through. And luckily, I got hit with 2 good managers over there. Mm-hmm. You know, Ross, Brett.
Shout out to Ross and Brett, man.
Big time. And they were really good teachers. Ross, really good as far as being a technical person.
Yeah.
And teaching me the like the ABCs of fitness and form and being functional and proper form and like, you know, and everything you need to know, bro. I'm putting together a program and everything. And then Brett was more like the numbers guy, and he was just like, you know, go fucking do it, you know, and that's it. One quick story about Brett, right? I remember it was like my 3rd week over there, and you already know, like when you start working there, it's like no money. Like my first couple of checks was like $211 was my first check, $267 was my second check.
Fam, you know why? And I just want to pause to add some punctuation. So the reason why this man knows how much those checks were is because the amount of work that went into that $211.
I think my first one was like $187. I wanted to commit a murder. For sure. I was like, $187.
I've been here all fucking day for this. It's like, yeah, nah, I understand what you're talking about, bro.
I pick up this check. I'm like, all right. I'm like, in the interview, they tell you like, yo, you know, for a little while it's gonna be low money, so, you know, don't get hype and everything. I was like, yeah, no problem. But I'm like, yo, yeah, like 2 checks is whatever. But like 6 months of this ain't happening. So I go inside Brett's office. I'm like, yo, listen, I remember you telling me something, but yo, how many numbers exactly do I have to do per year? So like I could be hitting 6 figures. I was like, I wasn't even talking about 5 figures. I was
like, let's get right to it.
What I got, straight to it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what I got to be doing that $144 a year.
Exactly.
You already know
of
that
course.
that $144. He was like, yo, you got to be doing like 120 sessions a month.
Easily, yeah. 120 pay period, bro.
The 120 pay period, right? Boom. 3 weeks later, I hit bonus, right? I got all my clients to hit bonus and get off the floor. The following 2 months after that, I became top 3 trainer. And then I was there for about 5 years. And for that 5 years, I was basically hitting bonus and being like either top 3 or top trainer for the next like 4 or 5 years.
Man.
And like he basically pointed out a number and he was like, yo, this is the number. All right. And he was like, the money is out on the floor. And he turned his seat back to his computer, and that was it. But I took that in stride, and I was like, I got to get it.
It's one of those things where I do want to just add some context for our listeners one more time, because the place that we keep mentioning and referencing, and we've done this for a long time throughout the history of this show.
They got to cut the check.
They going to cut a check, but the people, Mitch, were some of the best goddamn people that I've come across in life. And I'm talking about from either on the client side or the people that was working next to you side by side. Brett still rocks with me. I still talk to Brett from time to time. I haven't talked to Ross in a long time, but I got to shout out Ross for innovation too, because he's thinking about destination travel and working out and all that stuff early.
I was doing that with him too.
That's what I'm saying.
This retreats and everything.
All of that stuff was early, but look at where that sits today, and look at where it was then. And just to think about that, everybody who was coming in there, if you had the right mindset and if you had the right opportunity, you could make some moves that was going to change your life. That's something that I didn't even have to explain it, because I could see how he was working. I was like, fam, I'm doing the same work that you're doing, but I'm just not in your club. Gotcha. So I could slide over to this club. I was like, oh, this dude, I see how long you in here. I'm in my space the same amount of time as you are. I just like to roam a little bit. We're not going to talk about why I was roaming, but this is where we are right now. So we're going to celebrate these parts of the conversation, Brother Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Sliding past that. What I'm going to say is, fam, Brett hired me on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, I went in there on an interview and he hired me. I didn't even go through the group interview process. He was like, yo, you hired. Bet.
Word.
So, like, that's just the love that I have for him that all of us know.
It turns out I almost didn't even get hired.
Word?
I've been in that position too. Talk about that, bro.
Because they told me, yeah, Mitch, we liked you, but you were so nonchalant in the interview. And we didn't think, you had it in you to like go out and get clients and be I was just like, all right, man, it was all good. But, it was like, it was a corny interview. It was like, no offense, y'all. Like, no offense.
Nah, you should take some offense.
Yeah,
exactly where you should go.
But, it's like, I just spent 9 or 10 years in nightclub industry.
Yeah.
I had a staff of 60 under me. He was making all types of money. And, there was this kind of treating everybody like they was babysitting.
That's pretty much it.
Me, I was just trying to get to it. I was just trying to get to it, all right? Either I'm here for a reason or I'm not. I'm hired, all right. What I got to do? We did the EQ testing, breezed past that, and I was just like, I need my clients, my man, because
let's get this going. Let's see what's happening.
You keep pushing this 144 a year.
This is what I'm trying to be at. I want to be at this number right here. That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
You spoke in this about 3 weeks. I want to sit here and confidently tell you that it took me a year to get on that path of like bonus and all of that other stuff, right? But I will say within that year, you were the first person that opened my eyes to what bodybuilding could look like. You know what I mean? And not in a sense of like, you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but like to actually isolate a muscle and to gain, strength overall. My question to you is, where did that knowledge from you come from, and where did that interest come from? And specifically, isolating muscles. Because for me, bro, I was in college. I learned how to train an athlete, how to make you stronger, faster, jump higher. You know that. When I came in, I was straight from the textbook. It was like, nah, you got to stretch. You got to do this. You got to warm up. You was like, nah, fam, this is what we're doing today.
Degree from, right?
Nah, but what you're saying is word, because I played ball in college too, and that's like the culture I come from too. But for me, it's like to gain weight and to gain muscle, I couldn't do that. Like, that wasn't it for me to put on weight and for me to get stronger. Had to slow it down, had to isolate, had to lift heavier. Like in college, me being 6'3.5", 190 is cool when you're playing basketball, but in regular life, you're not playing ball no more. I'm like, all right, I don't need to be this skinny. But it was always hard for me to gain weight. But like not becoming a bodybuilder per se, but training like one, and taking your body really serious, taking in what you eat serious, how much time you sleep, different rep routines, changing your programs every 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
All that stuff really played a big way in how I was able to like grow my body and hold on to weight.
Hell yeah, man. It's not just grow your body. This motherfucker is strong. I've seen him do stuff cold that most people would have a hard time with. And I've seen the egos get deflated, Mitch. You know what I'm talking about. People be out there ego lifting in the gym. I didn't work at the same gym, but I was in there all the time because that's the one that was closest to my house. And I would see this man casually walk past somebody doing their whole set, be like, oh, that's what you lifting today, player? All right. All right, that's cool. If you're doing that, that's what's up. He's like, let me just do a whole set with what you've been working with this whole time. Strong. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You know, growing up, you know, you watching movies and all this other shit. You wanted to be mad strong. Like I knew I wasn't gonna be as strong like as Superman or everybody else. But I was like, all right, you got people like, you know, Batman. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I was a Marvel geek. They said Batman had the strength of like 3-4 men. You know, so like I was like, I could do that. I could do that. There's no reason for me not to be as strong as that. You know? So,
hell yeah.
When I'm in the weight room, I'm not thinking like, all right, I need to get to 225. I'm not, you know, 225 needs to be my warm-up. Strong enough so 225 is my warm-up, and I'm busting everything's ass after that.
Yeah, and you did that. You did that. I seen the ego. I seen some brothers that was in there. We're going to get real about this spot that we was working out at too, man. Because sometimes y'all got away with a lot of shit that I could never do. I was like, yo, is my man wearing all red on the floor right now? It's just like, you know what I'm talking about. There's a couple cats that came in there. They had all different types of different fits. I was like, yo, y'all got a whole different club.
Brooklyn, you know, and Brooklyn made the mistake of hiring a bunch of Brooklyn people.
They had some real Brooklyn people in there. So I'm trying to tell you.
The savagery.
Yeah, some real Brooklyn people.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some stories to share, but that's not going to be on this podcast. We're going to hold off on that.
Yeah. We're gonna save that for another day. For sure, we ain't going to talk about that. But, I mean, I think about those days when you and I was in that gym, man. Like, this man had me lifting. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm not talking, like, light. Like, I'm talking, yo, you free at 10? We lifting. All right, pull up. Like, and to the point where I was huge, fam. Like, people was confusing me for him at some point. This was before I had the hair. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
You know what I mean? But the shoulders, they would see my shoulders come in first and be like,
and the beard, they were just like, yo, who's that?
yo, Kyle, what's up? How you doing?
What's going on, player?
But nonetheless, man, what I do know about you, because obviously you the homie, there was a life you had before fitness. You talked about the nightlife and stuff like that. But as long as I've known you, you've had this entrepreneurial spirit. Where does that come from? You know what I mean? Like, where's the origin of you realizing, you know what? I need to make money. I need to be a business.
Realizing how much money is really out there, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel like you go to school, your parents tell you to get a 9-to-5 job, and you get like fixated on a certain amount of money that you're supposed to make, you know? Oh, I need to make, you know, $90,000, or I need to make $100,000 a year to be happy, to do this and do that. And that was me, like going through college, you know, I got my degree like in industrial psychology. And I thought I was going to be, you know, working for like a financial firm or doing HR, you know, paperwork. And then working in the nightclub, you know, at this time, I'm a GM, and like I'm at the front door. I just remember like this one night, and it's like, you know, this dude comes to the front door, like 15 people with him and everything. He's like, I need a table. You know, there's mad people online. I'm not even trying to do all this shit, yo. I need to get in. So I'm like, yo, listen, to get in, I was like, I just threw a fucking number out there. I was like, yo, it's 15,000 starting for the table, bro. You got 15 people, all dudes. I was like, 15,000. And then we'll go from there. This guy threw out his credit card, no problem. He's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the tip in cash. Tip was probably like 3,000. He did the tip in cash. And I'm like,
wait a second.
Yo, there's money out here. You know what I'm saying? And it was legal money because, you know, it was a credit card. He swiped it. You know, he's doing whatever. But I'm like, yo, there's money out here. And then I just started paying more attention to the owners of the nightclub and seeing how they talk. And, you know, and these guys talk about, like the way we talk about, yo, yeah, you know, took $25, bought some jeans, They're talking about, I moved 50 racks over here, so I could buy a building, boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I like this type of talk. You know?
Yeah.
They talking about real bread. And then, you go on trips with them. We go to Vegas. We got the blackjack table. Yeah, $25, $50 a hand, thinking I'm lit. For the dead table. Yo, what y'all doing? Yeah, we just cooling, man. $10,000 hands.
Nah.
Boom. Stacking them.
Yeah,
Three $10,000 chip hands and having a sip all in the same breath.
Let it roll. Whatever happens, happens.
Count me out.
If I had dropped 3,000 at the same time at that time in my life, I would have been like, listen, when I get back home, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. If I don't double up on this shit, next week is going to be rough, right?
It'd be rough.
And they throwing around $10,000 chips like it was, like peanuts, right?
Telling you.
It's like, I just felt like most people just aren't around that.
Yeah, man.
To understand what's out there. And that was the first time I was around something like no offense, I love all of y'all. And these dudes have mentored me through even now, asking for serious questions and everything. But I'm seeing them talk and everything. And I'm like, these dudes ain't doing nothing that anybody else did different. They were just in a different position at a different time with different experiences, with different networks, And I was like, if I could, get in there, and be around that and be around different opportunities, I could come across the same stuff.
Exactly.
So, that was it. And that's when I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know yet, because this is like my early 20s. But I was like, I'm going to fucking save money and I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
That's all I did. Asked a lot of questions. I spent my whole 20s just saving money and learning, saving money, learning, saving money, learning. By the time I started training, I was kind of burnt out by the time I got to that, which was great for me, because that was a time for me to just focus on myself.
Yeah.
And just get myself right and just worry about my clients and not employees and permits and going down to the SLA and whatever. So those years over there was dope, because I really had a chance to just revamp my mind and let my mind breathe and just worry about one person. On the same token, it still teaches you how to be an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Because you're still handling your own business.
Yeah.
Okay. But the only thing about that's a very, it's pay to play. You got to be there to get paid. And that's when, that whole itch of being an entrepreneur and owning something and running something came again. I was just like, I've been saving all this money. I saved a whole bunch of money doing that, being a personal trainer too, and treating that like a business. And I was like, I just need to take another step, and try to do some stuff,
Jump out there, get some more stuff going.
And just put the energy into something different, I always tell people, you put energy into someone's stuff when you're younger, going out, parties, or whatever you're doing. And right now, I'm just trying to put my energy into making some bread.
Hell yeah, man. You know what I love about that is that there is a value conversation that is all throughout there. And a lot of people might not really interpret that at the forefront, but you said something very important to me, because I remember having that same kind of conversation. And a lot of people out there might think that you can see somebody with $1 billion, $1 trillion, whatever you want to call it, right? And you would think that they are that much different from what it is that you do. So meaning that if a person is a billionaire, they got to be 50, 100, a billion times better than me or whatever it is they're doing to get that however they got to it. And that, by and large, hasn't been the case for a lot of the people that you come across in the nightlife section. And coincidentally, the same people that was probably partying was the same people that you was training, or the same cut from that same ilk, same level of access, same level of income, right? Yep. They throw that in their card, easy for a 15 stack to buy some sessions. Real easy. I ain't even think about this. It's going to be 15 right here. This is cool. I'm good for this. This is what I need for the month. Okay, 15, 20, whatever the case is, right? And the first time you see those transactions happen, it's kind of like, oh, you could take them back. Wow, they doing different money stuff. But what I heard you say is in that process, this person's not that much better than me. My value, wait, hold on. I thought you was doing something spectacular. You look behind the curtain, you a regular dude. You just got some people behind you.
Mad regular.
This makes sense now.
Mad regular.
But as soon as you take the power out of that hand, right? And it's kind of like you get all of that perception of people being better than you, you reinstill that value system that you had in yourself the whole time, right? And now it's about, okay, I know that I'm valuable when I walk in because I'm a valued person. Now I got to work to get to this next level. Well, if I'm teaching you, you can show me some stuff. I can hit you up. Hey, listen, You know how you was looking before that class reunion came in. You see what I delivered. So, hey, let me understand what this 401k is supposed to be about. Give me some game on this. Hey, how'd you get your first business off the ground? Let me understand how you got to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching you through all this stuff. Let me understand how you set up your portfolio, did whatever you need to do. And I've seen it adjacent, right? And I've seen that same level of access. I see the level of respect that you garner from your clients inside there. I see what they'd be willing to do. And I know that because we cut from a similar cloth in that space, man. So that recognition that you had at that point in time is fantastic. And we talk about this space and this institution. It is a great place to be from. Because it gives you access and it gives you the structure that you need to deal with maybe a world that I know coming up in Bed-Stuy, man, I couldn't talk to nobody that was making the income level that they was. I didn't know how to approach that situation because I didn't know what my value set was before I had that chance to have an interaction. Oh, it's a person that's just like me. They bleed just like us. Okay, so I ain't going to make you into some mystical person that I can't talk to. What's this power structure about? I'm not going to be in this oppressive mindset. Let me talk to you like a real person. Let me see what I could do. Let me see what we could both offer in an equal exchange. And, you know, the pathway gets illuminated the way you want it to be illuminated.
Like you hit it on the money, man. Like for real. I'm 100% positive that if most people was just around different opportunities in life and they saw different things, they would want different things, you know? Like the reason I want more because I know there's more out there. You know?
I can't aspire for something. I can't be like, yo, I want to get to something that I don't know exists.
You don't know exists.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to that spot and they were like, yo, I saw 40 sessions for so much, I was like, all right, whatever. Because I seen people doing this on alcohol. I seen people spending all this money on poison.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, you're going to spend all this money on something that's bad for you.
I'm giving you life now.
And then the doctor is telling you to come here because you need this. Yeah, swipe that. Swipe that. I'm going to get you right and we're going to get to work, man. But you got to want more. You got to understand there's more. It's a big piece of the pie out there. You always got to figure out a way to take a piece of that, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, understand like people's wants, their mindset about something, and you gotta fulfill that for them. You know, if you're, you know, you got Kyle over here. Kyle's smooth as hell. I know your clients love you, bro. You know, Kyle's smooth.
Soul Brother 100 right here.
Yo, he know what he's talking about. He can relate to people. He's smooth. He does everything. You're mad knowledgeable. You know everybody. You know all types of functional movement, every types of like sports move, how to train, everything. You're there accommodating what your clients need. You know, even so, you two train two different ways. Everybody comes to you for a certain reason.
Yeah.
And you gotta learn how to use that, how to harness that, and make that work for you. You know, that's a talent. You're doing something. You know, and you're not just all right. You finish training, 10 push-ups, get out. Like, these people actually want to stay here. They want to learn from you. They want to understand your logic on everything and your mindset on fitness because they believe in what you believe in. You dig?
Yeah.
And the fact that you could take something like that and turn it into a business, have multiple people come to you because on the way that you view something, you know, that's half the battle, bro.
Hell yeah, man, that's powerful. What is that but branding? And in the realest sense of it, you know what I mean? We all wearing the same shit. We all get the same opportunity. You know, we got the same hours that we could work with. But because I'm a practitioner that does whatever I do, right? This is what I can offer. This is how I can bring people value, right? And I'm gonna promote my value in this way. I'm gonna do all the rest of this kind of stuff. That's the first entry into like really marketing a product, marketing a brand, marketing a value system. Now, if you spend enough time doing that, you build up a nice Rolodex of people that are invested. Yes, they're coming for the big shiny thing, the box that you in, but they buying your brand at the same point in time. And they're buying into your brand. They're seeing what's going on. I know I had to go through a personal evolution as that's happening that kind of made me have to reevaluate everything I was doing. And it made people have to look at me a little bit differently too. So I always got to ask Mitch, as you're going through this process and you're changing and you're going through all the rest of this stuff and you're seeing the value system, the people that you're coming across, you're moving in different spaces, all the rest of that. You know, talk to me a little bit about the people that was in your immediate circle. You know, what was the family's reaction to seeing you like find something that you love, you start to thrive in, and then start to go into that different direction?
I've always been like a black sheep, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that. And at first, I was gonna have a desk job, but then I got into nightclubs and I busted a hard left. You know?
Yeah.
And then ever since then, you know, everybody's just like, not like I'm not doing anything, but I'm just not doing what they want to do in life. But, you know, I'm paying all my bills, staying out of jail, paying my taxes.
Hell yeah.
You know, got a girlfriend at the time, like, you know, and like I'm married now, but I had a girlfriend, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Stable.
You know, yeah.
Building
I'm
out
stable,
a life. Yeah.
Going on trips and everything, but they don't get that, you know, I'm doing this all for myself. They just understand that somebody isn't giving me a paycheck. They don't understand that I make my own rates and people are acquiring my services, you know? And got to a point in life that I just had to understand, like, whatever I do, I just got to do for myself, you know? Big shout out to, like, my sister, because, like, you know, after my mom passed, like, she raised me. Like, she really showed me, like, a good work ethic, you know? Working hard, you know? If you're gonna work, you're gonna work, you're gonna get up, get to work 2 jobs, work 3 jobs, whatever you got to do to get where you need to get. And that was it, man. It wasn't like my family was there, like rooting me on. It was just me and the other black sheep of the family. You know?
Bro, keep it a stack, man. I know what that story's about, too.
Other cousins who also in nightlife and own restaurants and everything. And they showed love. They were like, yo, Mitch, I see what you're doing. We're happy for you. But it was always just like, I just got to keep progressing. I stopped listening to what my family said a long time ago because that wasn't going to give me the motivation to do much more, you know? So I just had to focus on doing better in life.
Sometimes they need an example, right? It's hard, especially coming in from, like, you know, the different spaces, diaspora, you know, immigration kind of status. You know, I can tell you I'm first generation on my father's side, right?
Word.
They think about stability, right? And stability is the first thing that they want. That's why they push us into these spaces where it's like, yo, if you can get a job that we know is going to be stable, then you solid. You don't ever have to do this. You want to be a doctor, lawyer, whatever the case is. Here's a path that if you work hard and we know about this hard work, you're going to get this result. And it works for some people. But when you have that itch to do something that's a little bit different, or you have the inquisitive type of mind, where you want to ask people questions. Hey, why is this set up like this? What's going on? Let me really get to the bottom of it. So my whole life is going to be to work for this person, but not necessarily like own anything at the end of that. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we should start to ask some questions about these institutions, and that ruffles some feathers, because it means at a certain point in time, you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? It means that uncertainty is something that you can live with. Maybe you can even thrive with uncertainty because you're going to bet on yourself, right? You've been talking about how much stuff you've been doing on your own and doing that. Talk to me about when you left that big institution that kind of had a little bit of stability there, right? You could predict how many you're going to get this month after that month. You build up a nice brand and a nice presence. You know, people expect you to be there just like they expect a damn column to be there when they walk inside, right? When your mind starts to shift and you say, you know what, I could do a little bit more for me. I could do a little bit more outside of this one particular thing, and you want to start to branch out into other stuff. Talk to me about what was happening in your mind as that process started to evolve and when you ended up.
First things first, I couldn't be afraid to lose, which is like my biggest thing. Like my biggest fear of all is like failing. I couldn't be afraid of that. I couldn't be afraid from starting from scratch. Started with no clients and working my way back up. That was my whole mindset. And it was never if I was gonna get back to that. It was always when. Straight up and down. It was always when. Like I gotta start, and when. As soon as I start doing this, I'm gonna do that, and so on and so forth. You can't be afraid to take a risk on yourself. You can't be afraid to trust in your own talents and your own mind to take you out of a jam, because other people are not always going to be there to be like, yo, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, like I learned like that doesn't happen all the time. You know, like people say it a lot. And like with small things, yeah, but you know, with like life-changing shit, you know, it's going to be hard for somebody to be like, yo, I got you, and hold you down through this life-changing situation. And so you really have to know how to hold yourself down, not overreact, regroup, and just do what you got to do, man, for real. Plan and just leave. You know, when I left that spot, it was more planned than anything because, you know, I had that situation with the manager and whatnot.
It was terrible. Yeah. I just want you to know, after you left, it was horrible.
So I don't know if we ever talked about how I left, but we're going to talk about this in contrast. So first of all, you said you had a plan. I did not have a plan.
Yeah, we could talk, man.
I milked the system for sure.
I cut the system's throat right quick.
Nah,
not because like I had gotten sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you was still you was
you
working
know I
there.
was
so
there.
I got sick. I came back. I told all my clients I was sick. So you know, basically, when you work there, you're a consultant.
Yeah.
Basically. So like if you're not there because you're sick or something and you tell your clients you're not there, you basically don't get paid.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell anybody, bringing a doctor's note. So I come back, it's Monday, about to start my clients. I'm like, yo, where were you last week? I was sick. Where's your doctor's note? I'm like, yo, I'm 30-something years old. I don't need to go to a doctor to know I'm sick enough to stay home.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a service industry. You should know that's a part of the service.
Straight up. Nor do I have to get a doctor's note to put on file for you when I'm a consultant. I wasn't there last week. My clients don't get charged. I don't get paid. I totally
Everything's
understand.
cool. Copacetic.
I understand the consequences of me not showing up.
And just to again add another layer of information here, the contract that we sign is us being notified or identified as at-will employees and independent contractors.
Straight up.
So from an independent contractor perspective, because I know what the language still says to this day, there are certain things you could tell an independent contractor, and then as soon as you start to move past that, I'm no longer an independent contractor. So either I'm an employee, which gives me different rights, different expectations, and all the rest of that, or I'm an independent contractor. But they like to play that line, and if you don't know, you get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it was just a numbers thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can't tell somebody who's doing like 120 sessions a month or better that, you can't be just leaving for a week. Kyle knows. I used to bust out 120 sessions and go away for the weekend. Still hit bonus.
Still hit it.
Still hit everything. Come back just in time for the group meeting. And they'll be like, yeah, first or second place is Mitch. And they'll be like, yo, why you not in first place? I went on vacation.
I have a whole life outside here.
I tore down 120 sessions. I went away for the weekend. What were you doing? You did
Still here.
You did
5 more sessions? 10, maybe?
but not even that. These are like you're giving all this time to this place because the managers are telling you.
Exactly.
Right? You've been hit bonus. Go enjoy yourself after you hit bonus. You're just working for them now. Because like what's the difference after taxes? An extra $15, $20 extra per.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's nothing crazy. So if you're getting mad at me because I want to go have a good time, but at this situation I was sick because I'm not adding to your paycheck.
That's exactly what it is.
Right?
To be real about it.
So I'm like, okay. So then I find out, she wants to go through like my social media and see where I was the prior week to see if I was really on vacation. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then I knew it was a wrap when she tried to start a paper trail. And like that's that corporate shit, y'all. If somebody wants to really fuck with
the
you
write up
and
get the write up, the paper trail. Yeah, oh man,
and get you out of the situation. It's all about the paper trail. And when I saw the paper trail, I was like, all right, I know what it is already. I know a good paper trail. So
yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna give her a good paper trail to start. After that email, that evening, I booked a trip to Jamaica. Right, so I go to Jamaica for a week. I came back, took a whole bunch of pictures on social media, shot that shit out everywhere.
I love it.
To make sure she knew what the fuck I was doing. So I come back. She's like, yo, can I talk to you in my office? I'm like, no doubt. Probably 2 weeks, I've been telling all my clients I'm breaking out anyway, like whatever, right? So I go in her office. She's like, oh, where were you last week? And I was like, oh, I was on vacation. And she was like, you didn't tell me? I was like, nope. And she was like, well, we spoke about this before. And I was like, yo, before you say anything else, my 2 weeks is already in. I got like a week left over here. And the GM knows the entire reason I'm leaving because of you. All right. So me and my 144 whatever sessions or 160 sessions on months I didn't fucking go nowhere, I'm out of here. And that's it. And I bounced because it's like, that was a time in my life I was forced to see my worth.
Yeah.
Because they didn't. And it's like, if you got trainers over there knocking out 140, 160 sessions a month when people are spending $180 per session.
Yes.
Okay? Like, treat them right. Treat them right. But you want to go away for the weekend? Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Or put pressure on the other trainers who are just using this as a side gig because they used to be an opera singer or
a baker
or,
named I'm not gonna name them, but you know who I'm talking about.
Don't do it.
I ain't about
Can't
to
be
name
naming
them.
names,
So
players.
why don't you go put pressure on them because they don't even know how to do a proper overhead press, but you like their personality and you're so sure that they're going to connect with people on the floor so they could spend their money and get worthless training sessions from these people.
Fam,
right?
y'all had...
Like, come on. It makes no sense.
Stop
it.
Wait.
It's not,
No. Stop it.
that's
y'all
not a
had-
striving business, you know?
Chill, fam. Y'all had the one homie there that was there for the whole... Like, he was there mad longer than he should have been there, fam. He would come in, and I seen this motherfucker. It looked like he was hanging himself one time.
Wait,
at the Brooklyn spot.
Yeah.
Yes, fam. There was a dude.
We not
who
naming
come in-
names.
I'm not naming names, but he used to come in with a bunch of wild, eclectic stuff. He wasn't from here.
You know who you're talking about.
No,
beard.
He had a beard. He had long hair. Homie would come in and do a bunch of off the wall.
He was a
stuff.
trainer, though.
I know. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
There you go. Perfect example. Great dude.
He was solid, but
Great
workouts
dude.
was shaky as hell, bro.
Great dude, but in a different setting and place, who work wonders. But to hire somebody like that because you think he's gonna be a top trainer,
It's
bro.
not getting it done, bro. Planned obsolescence is a part of that whole system, right? So I don't even think that they look at that person and be like, this is going to be a good trainer. You know what I think they do? This person is going to put up with enough structure and enough of what the doctrine is
to buy in.
to buy into the system, to think that they might be able to get to where you at one day. Realistically, never get that, but it's an attrition game. So there's usually 3, maybe 5 trainers that's hitting numbers. Let's just be real about it. In most clubs that was inside New York City, I don't know how it feels today, how it operates today, but if you're in a big box gym, I don't know if there's more than 5 in most of those spaces that's hitting what they need to be hitting and above, right? Everybody that's in the 6th position and below, and you talking about a staff that's probably somewhere around 30. Big clubs, they have like, I've seen one of the clubs that they had like almost like 60, 70 trainers inside the space, right? So if everybody under that 5 is fighting for the position to get one more session to change their whole paycheck around, I need as many people who gonna do dumb shit, take 1 to 2 sessions a week type stuff. I need as many of them people as possible because they're gonna churn at a high rate. And what they're gonna do is keep the people who are just underneath in that middle position. It's gonna keep them from hitting that number.
Yeah.
And if I play the game to make that happen, well, I only gotta pay out fully 5 people, right? But then everybody else that's underneath there, I never have to pay you anything. So I'm gonna get Tom, Dick, Harry, all his friends to come and train.
Whoa.
They sure did, bro.
They
Before you
100%
go
would.
any further, I got to pinpoint multiple points in this story, right? Number one, that last year after you left, when I was there, and I was the OG, that was a crazy year. You know how many sessions I did in that year? Because you know you get the end of the year review of how many sessions you did. I did 97 sessions.
In the year?
For the year.
Was it like 2 a week?
Yo, it was like 1.5 a week.
He was getting money on the table?
And
I hope so.
the only reason they couldn't fire me because I was the most qualified person to be there on staff. Nobody else had a degree. Nobody else had the NASM certification like everybody else had the other shit. It was like, yo, she couldn't fire me because I was the most qualified person.
Fam, they was giving out jobs to people with pulses at one point in time. They was like, you got a neck?
I'm
Listen,
over here thinking when I got hired, like,
It was some SEAL team shit. They made it feel like...
and they made an exception for me because
I'm exclusive.
I didn't have a certificate, so they make an exception for me. Yo,
I'm special.
I'm over here looking at people. I'm like,
It was some weird shit out there, bro.
Nah.
You're a trainer, bro?
Now,
They flooded the market with garbage.
Before we go into any more of that, I got to get this out, right? Now, you talked about traveling a lot and making hard leps, right? So this is how I'm going to bring this together. Number one, you was the reason I got a passport for that Jamaica trip that we took. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for you, I would have never got a passport or never went to Jamaica. Now, the second part of this is, you know what happened when we got to Jamaica. I'm going to tell you the phone call this man gave me. He was like, yo, get like 9 packs of backwoods. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. Get like 9 packs of backwoods and I'm gonna see you on the plane.
That's your prep for Jamaica?
I was like, what? Why we need 9? He was like, yo,
9 packs.
9 packs. I'm gonna see you in Jamaica.
9 packs, like 40 backwards. I like another like 9 packs, right?
But
Makes
what
sense to
happened
me.
when we got to Jamaica?
Yeah, how much weed was that? We got a shopping bag.
Shout out. I don't
Puff.
need, we not naming. But all right, we gonna shout out to Puff.
He in different
Shout out
country.
to Puff.
Yo, Puff, big shout out.
Big
to
shout
Puff.
out to Puff.
Big shout out.
When
Puff.
we got to Jamaica, Puff came up with a Ziploc bag, and
It's just a shopping bag. Ziploc bag is like this.
zip is
tops.
small.
It was a shopping bag.
it was a shopping bag. Correct me. It
Man's
was,
name is Puff. You ain't have to tell
man's
me
name
nothing
was
else.
Puff, and it was a shopping bag, and every activity that we did involved some type of rolling up. This is much. Yo, we waking up. All right, let's roll. We gonna eat breakfast. All right, let's go roll. We just ate breakfast. Cool. Let's roll again. You trying to hit the beach? All right, roll up one more time. Yo, you trying to walk over there? All right, we gonna roll one more time.
It sounds
You
like
get
a
what I'm saying?
grand time.
But that was Jamaica. Now, I bring all of that up because we are in this age of marijuana and athletes finally combining,
About time, right?
right?
Yeah.
And I know you. I know what you about. I know how you lift. I know how you work out. I know how you roll up.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, how do you feel about this Olympic status of marijuana? You got Sha'Carri, you got all of these other athletes coming out and speaking on how it transformed their mental health, right? How has that affected you and your growth and in this wellness industry?
It's just dope. I started smoking in college, you dig? And I started smoking heavy when I had my knee surgery. And I was smoking all the time. Damn, man, as an athlete, bro, it's great for recovery. Like I was one of those athletes that, I used to smoke after practice, whatever, after a game, and just cool out. Even now, like if I lift, I smoke after, I just cool out. It helps me relax better. Like as far as what they talking about the Olympics, it's not gonna do anything to enhance anybody's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It may help the athlete sleep more.
Amen.
And if you constitute the athlete sleeping more, and meaning they have extra recovery so they could perform better, then I guess it's a enhancing drug if you're making people sleep more. But they also taking melatonin and everything else to sleep more too.
Hell
So
yeah.
you got to cut all that shit out. Also, I think it's just all bullshit, man. I think it's all bullshit. They got to really focus on what's important and the drugs that's really important that's hurting athletes or whatever in these sports, man.
Yeah, man.
It's not marijuana. I tell you that right now. If you go into half these sports, even bodybuilding, cycling, everything else, there's way more other drugs that people have to look for than marijuana, bro.
Man,
it's crazy.
Hell yeah, man. First of all, cycling, we talk about biking all the time. EPO is making your blood thick. Who should be walking around with thick blood out there? Just talk to me about just on the inception of that. Erythropoietin will make your blood thicker. Yes, more platelets, you get more oxygen, all of that.
Oh, you're talking about EPOC.
EPOC, right? You get all of that fun stuff, but your blood is thick. That just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't.
Nobody wants to put that inside your body, right? Long-term side effects is all over the place.
It's two different groups, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you do that, you just start veering towards a whole other group of people.
Yeah.
Because I never did that. Like, I never been around it. I never been around dudes who was doing it like that. Like, all my homies is clean, Like,
Same.
everybody just lifts.
Natural
A
shit.
little
Yeah.
creatine and some bullshit. But for the most part, everybody's just lifting. Ain't nobody's trying to, anything in enhancement. And marijuana is the last fucking thing that's going to make anybody enhance in the sport.
Nah, it's enhancing the
whatever.
meal afterwards. It's enhancing the recovery.
Your taste buds.
Your taste buds is
Now,
on point.
speaking of taste buds, Tony, we gotta talk about drip. You
Come
know what
on,
I'm
bro.
saying?
We've been shouting this spot out for forever.
We've been shouting drip out for forever. But the turkey burger, the peanut punch,
The purple rain,
the
baby.
purple rain.
I'm in for all of it.
Please talk to me about drip, the inspiration, what keeps you going, all the above. Just let the
The
people.
layout. I mean, folks, I gotta paint the picture for you because this is not just your regular average coffee shop.
Well, paint it then.
I gotta give them an illustration, Brother Jones. You know what I'm talking about? When you walk in through the foyer, you're gonna be greeted by some paintings that are constantly rotating, which I'm angry about because they make me want to spend some money every time I walk up inside this brother's establishment. I want to support black business, but I see these fine art pieces. I was like, damn, I gotta get a whole nother piece. would go along with my coffee, my cold brew, because it's top shelf from top to bottom is what I'm trying to let you know out here. Let them know what this drip was about, man. How this whole thing come through.
Now, before you go any further, see, you haven't been in a while because you're a little.
It's been about a month, man.
You're a little cooped up in recovery right now.
Listen, I was out there before. We was kicking it before we came.
The painting can be seen from outside the establishment.
You better believe
when
it.
you pull up, there's the Connect Four, the larger than life Connect Four. There's the outdoor seating. You can see the drip BK from down the block.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you in the bush,
you should know.
You gonna see it.
Everybody was talking about this in that bush side, my man. You know what I'm saying? The tick of the sauce, my man. This is where he's at. He's in the cut.
Like a Band-Aid.
You better believe it.
Yo, I love drip, man. I love drip. Happy I did it. I was originally gonna do it like uptown. I was living in Washington Heights, and
I helped this man move into his apartment in Washington Heights. Before he left. And if anybody knows, if you help anybody move in New York City, that's love, right?
It has to be.
It has to be love.
Has to be.
You going? I'm talking project elevators. Now, the reason I took this mini pause in this story right here is because I've lived in Brooklyn for 13 years now.
Okay.
I don't really go to the Heights that much. You get what I'm
Heights.
saying? So when I was in the Heights to help this man move, I saw this mythical creature.
Yes,
that
they exist.
I have never seen before.
Unicorns be up there, bro.
What is that?
That's Washington
I need
Heights.
to know what that is.
Dímelo, David.
Yeah, exactly.
Tú sabes.
So all the hype that they talk about when Fab was talking all that, La Marina and all that,
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that shit is real.
Yeah.
Now, my bad, Mitch. Go ahead.
we went to La Marina.
No, I never went up there with y'all solely because I knew that I would
He was
pick
not
up
coming back.
something. I wasn't gonna make it back home. I knew for a fact that I wasn't gonna make it back to Brooklyn.
To go La Marina with
I
us,
never went.
Marina.
Yo, let me tell you, I was like the only one in my crew, except for like two of my friends who live in Washington Heights, right? Everybody else lived like in Brooklyn or Queens, whatever.
Yeah.
People would take the trip to my crib all the way to Washington Heights, right? Like around 11 a.m., 12, right? My homies, 5, 6 of them. I'm not gonna shout y'all out. Don't worry about it. Everybody come through, dressed up a little bit more than usual. Not just like sweats and shorts.
Nah,
It's
you
a hot
ready.
day. It's summertime. Everybody a little dressed up. Cooling. Smoking the L, kicking it in the cave, and then all of a sudden,
Feeling that itch.
yo, Mitch. Hey, you feel like going to La Marina today, son? What's up? I'm like, yo, that's why y'all came all the way up here for the hour and a half away from. Nah, but we're gonna be up here. We might.
He was on a mission, bro.
Let's check it out.
I can't front. Yo, La Marina was lit.
Hell yeah.
Dope spot. I'm sorry you was
Missed the moment in the
I'm
city.
not sorry because my life would have changed forever. I probably.
Nah, I would have changed for the
Nah,
good,
man.
brother.
I
Everybody
might have
that I
had a
brought up,
little
they had a
Pablo or
great time,
something.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Had a little homie on the side.
By now, so I'm for sure. I'm thankful that I didn't go, but I
You get
appreciate
on that sand,
everybody.
you see the bridge, you lose your mind.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool. So this is what we're going to go for.
Now back to drip.
Yeah. Good times.
Back to drip.
I was in LA. Shout out to Pod Astronaut.
Hell yeah, P. Astro, baby. You better shout out all the good stuff,
Big
bro.
shout out to Pod Astronaut. Holla.
That gas, bro.
Chris Ivan, the other part of the trio, Pod Astronaut. Holla. The landlord of the building I was at, he was copping some merch for me. So you go to the Piastro website, we got hoodies, we got crew necks, hats and everything. So he copped some stuff. And he's a DJ. And I remember it was April 15th, he hit me. He was like, yo, I need a hat because I'm going on vacation. I'm ready in LA. I'm celebrating 420 out there. So he's like, yo, I'm going to be out there DJing. And I was like, cool. So I meet him out there. We're talking. And he told me about the space in his building that he owns, right? So I go see it. And this was a June. I saw it in June. And long story short, by November 2018, I signed the lease, started construction, and then by June 1st, 2019, we was open. Dope.
Yeah.
I just wanted Drip to be a place where, urban professionals could go see other urban professionals and curators and talk and have somewhere to eat some good food, watch TV, escape the stresses of life, just kick it, and just chill, just find like another hub. And just a place where we feel comfortable around each other,
And you needed that shit in the neighborhood, man.
Nah, big time. Especially since I grew up around there, I grew up like 10 minutes from Drip. Shout out to East 38 and Avenue D. I've been to mad coffee shops everywhere in Brooklyn. And I just wanted to go to a coffee shop. You walk in and you can hear like some, like some Mobb Deep or some
The
Nas,
vibes, bro.
Or some Biggie. See some dope art on the wall by some independent artists and get, some dope food, and different stuff, like a ginger lemonade or or the pink lemonade or the summer dream smoothie or some Haitian patties.
Come on now, the patties is hitting, bro.
Or like a person.
You need at least 3.
And just kick it, and like have it be comfortable with a couch and have some TVs in there in case you're there late and you want to catch the game or something important on TV. You just throw in the TV. And some place you could get lost in.
Hell yeah, you pulling up and staying
for real. That's what like growing up watching TV and like I know Saved by the Bell was the max, right? And,
yeah, they had their little spot.
That was the spot, and then. What was the other show? A Different World. They had the
little common spot. I can't remember what it was, but it was the like little lunch
with
the
kind of old man behind the counter.
Yeah, Sinbad was running the shit.
Straight up. I always thought that was dope, and everybody was smart, everybody was educated. They was talking shit, a little argument. But it was like everybody was like different and dope at the same time.
Coming in.
And everybody was just trying to aspire to be something better and greater, and they was taking ideas from each other and maybe collaborating and doing, and it was all happening under one spot. That's what I wanted, and that's the vibe I wanted to put out. That's the type of people I wanted to get in there,
Bro, and that shit is felt, man.
That was it. That was it, man. That was it. I put a lot of myself in there, I made sure I was there every day, making sure that people felt the vibe, people felt welcome,
Hell
coming in and talking to people. Asking random people where you from the hood, you from where, you know what I'm saying? Just having light conversation and making other people feel comfortable with each other, having after hours and kicking it,
I know about the after hours spot.
The after hours spot, you gotta be on the right list to make sure that works.
I know about the after hours spot.
You now, a nice card game going down, but
a nice good game of Uno, right?
You make something happen, man.
We ain't gonna talk about that. But what we're gonna talk about is you built community. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that should be cherished. I feel like, people talk about community a lot, but it's different when you build something and you see people gravitate towards it, right?
Since you brought up the community component, right? It's one thing for you to build it, for us to see it and celebrate it. But man, if you don't put some respect on all these places that came through and starting to show you the same love,
we talking about what? New York Nico.
You gotta give New York Nico the shout out. You gotta get Showtime the shout out.
Misdemeanors was in there.
I mean, I seen some Lulu peeps up in there.
Lulu folks was in there.
I seen the Good Co folks in there.
Good Co people was in there.
My man is in good company. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's just being around people. These are all dope people.
Yeah,
that I would have never met unless I had Drip. And it's like the amount of people I've met and the amount of people that have like re-entered my life because
man.
of Drip is amazing. And because of Drip, I was able to hire like my nieces, my cousins. I was able to have good friends that working with me as employees. One of my best friends from college is my partner. I love it. From the staff to the first person who came through to buy coffee, man, is dope. It was a lot of ups and downs,
Hell
especially with last year happening. But it was the people that kept, the people kept Drip open.
Hell yeah, man.
The people have faith in Drip. And when we reopened and we were like, I know y'all scared, but
come through.
I got a turkey burger. They were like, all right, you know what?
They needed a space
with the sauce.
Let me taste this turkey burger. Let me take up this mask.
And that's like that. That's why I didn't mean to cut you off, Kyle, but I need to make sure that was understood because, fam, I'm proud to see you win like that because a lot of spaces didn't make it through last year.
Nah, man.
A lot of spaces didn't have a community that couldn't wait to get their third space back. And this really is a service to the community is what I want people to understand. is because it's a coffee shop, because it's art, because you can come across and you don't know who you're going to see in that spot at different points in time, because Mitch is the caliber of man that he is. This place is a vital need to this community that's over here because people love and, like to commiserate inside that space, my man. So I got to say, you're one salute to that in the biggest sense, my homie. Like, for real, for real. Every time I walk through there, it's like, yo, look at my man doing it right now. Look at how he's killing shit on this side. And I love to see other people celebrate it because like, I knew this was dope from day one. Yo. So now everybody else getting put on to that game, I love to see it, man. I just want to see you shine in that light, bro.
Yo, T, I appreciate it, man.
Because, hell yeah.
Because it's not until like other people bring it up, you see like the road you took, like to really, make it somewhere. And like all the people I stressed out, like, my wife, Janelle, shout out.
Shout out to Janelle.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
And the little one.
Yeah,
you know
we
what
got to
I'm
talk about
saying?
that before we switch gears.
And the little one.
I know I was stressing her out. And, I turned that stress into like her being my teammate in this business.
Yes.
And she's been helping me out ever since we came back. And, like all that stress I had, now like I got a teammate out of it now,
Hell
so
yeah.
it's dope. And like, listen, at the end of the day, I want Drip to keep thriving, and then if I could open up some more Drip, so more people could like just check out the vibe and have a place to just cool out and kick it and meet other people. Yo, if y'all allow me to, I'm gonna keep doing it, man. That's it.
From your lips to his ears, man. I know it's gonna come. I see it for you, brother. I can't wait to come into the next establishment and support however I can, bro.
Yeah, we got some stuff brewing, man.
Come on, man. I can't wait for it, brother. I told you, I'm looking to be a champion of that wherever it's gonna be. I want to shout it out at the highest level, man. And before we transition, Kyle, I know you was gonna get into a different position, but he brought up a very important part where he's getting into the family side. Now, this is another thing that I gotta salute you for, brother, because again, beautiful family, expanding. Congratulations on every side of that. Talk to us a little bit about some of the lessons that you learned as you seeing that maturation in yourself coming across, being a dad, being a husband. Like, what's that whole process been like?
Before we get into that,
About to shut the show down 2 seconds ago.
but since you brought it up, you know what I'm saying, I gotta say, man, you know I love you, and I wanted to go to the wedding. This motherfucker,
It's a whole different side.
This motherfucker got married on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what year it was. It was years ago. We got the funk in the system. I can't recall. I can't recall the date.
Shout out to the funk,
But look, fam, he hit me with the invite. I was looking at my funds at the time. I was like, you know what? I love this man, but I ain't gonna.
You had the fun funds wasn't there.
The fun funds wasn't there.
I see it.
I didn't hold that against anybody.
Of course not. But nonetheless, I say that to say that I was there in spirit and I was always appreciative. I was there for the engagement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I came back, we got
that was my first time having sushi.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Drinking and smoking.
You gave Kyle some experience over here, my man.
The engagement night. You remember that?
At Lord.
Yo, that was dope. That was
forgot
dope.
I was there.
That was dope.
Uh-huh.
Yo,
First
that
of all,
was dope.
sushi at Lore is a different level.
Yeah,
That's what
different
I'm
level
trying
sushi.
Yeah, that was
No, sushi at Lore in the back room.
I know. You ain't have to
I ain't
explain
talking
nothing
on the
else.
floor.
There was a lot of champagne that
In
night,
the
man.
back room.
Yeah, that was
Listen,
dope.
I pulled out the suit for that.
As you
know
should
what I'm
have.
saying? But that's a different story. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. We blessing you with the little one. Tell us about fatherhood and that journey. You know what I'm saying? I got us off track.
It's dope. It's dope. The only thing is like I'm happy. When people say, "Oh, I wish I had done this when I was younger." Nah, I'm happy I did it. I did it now. And this space in my life, and I love it. I love having a daughter. It's like it's another goal. It's another goal. Like some people say, "Oh, having a baby is gonna make me work harder." Nah, I just have another goal. I have the chance to bring up another human being and make them decent and show them life. And show them experiences through my eyes and show them where I messed up and where I should have done better and, put them in the position to be the best person they could be. And I love that goal, personally, I love that goal to know that, this person that's literally mine, flesh and blood is going to be here and I'm going to be able to help them navigate life. This sport called life, so they could be the best, the best draft pick for whatever they want to do in life,
Man.
And I think that's dope. Even from now, is watching her grow, watching her be attentive and seeing her smile and trying to pick up her head, and it just is cool, man. It's cool. It's not making me do anything I wasn't doing before, but it does make me understand, like, dope. I gotta do everything, and I gotta make sure I take care of her too. It's cool.
Yeah, man. I love that, bro. And just to add a little bit of punctuation to that, because you say you had a daughter, man. I'm going to say right here, it is something that, again, I'm tremendously proud about. But you getting home, you tell this little girl you love her every day, because that is a public service to everybody in the community, because when she knows undeniably that her father loves her, I'm telling you, everybody's going to be better in her picture going down the line. That's going to be a deeper conversation we're not going to have today.
No. We stopping that right now.
That's a deeper conversation.
That's
but as long as she knows
and
her father loves her,
it's a deep conversation.
She going to be set for life. You saving a lot of other people's stress. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That is the off the strength. So what I'm going to do is transition, right?
Go.
There you go.
Euro step past
you know
that
what I'm talking about, bro.
You go, no.
That's a whole other episode.
We ain't talking about that.
That's a whole other episode.
But what we're going to talk about with you, brother, is we got to talk about success, right? What does success look like for you personally? What does success look like for you with Drip? What does success look like for you with Janelle and your little one that's here? Generally speaking, what does that look like?
Success to me, like, truthfully, is just being able to have the freedom to do what I want to do. As far as, like, I got a daughter, dope. As far as success with my family, me, like, keeping my family together and making sure my family progresses, whichever road to progression it may take, whatever it is, make sure we progress. As far as, like, business, I just want to be a serial entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
You already that.
I just want to,
In case you didn't know, I want you to know that you're already that. From
big facts.
From leaving the space that we're going to talk about to the space that was over there in the Heights. I know. I was up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right off of Henry. I know where you was at.
To Drip. To, if we go all the way back to the magazine, we ain't gonna talk about the magazine,
bro.
Ooh, you thought I forgot?
Yeah.
But you are already that, brother. So I just want you to take that away.
That's it, man. I just want to, keep making businesses, keep networking, keep doing stuff with my homies. Still, just keep making money with my homies, man. Vacations, kick it, waking up, throwing on a pair of shorts because I want to. Throwing on my Air Maxes, hopping on my bike because I feel like it, and keeping it pushing. You know me, man. I have my own clock. Do things when I want to do it, and that's the main thing. And just being me. That's success. That's being me to the fullest and being successful the way I want to be successful. And just being able to just chill, wake up. Yo, Kyle, what's up? Tony, what's up? What y'all doing? Yeah? You want to take off the weekend? Yo, we out.
We on that.
Just there's stuff that other people do. I want to experience it, even so I'm first generation. Why not us,
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Straight up,
Absolutely. That. I'm here for it. I'm converted, brother. You understand? I'm already a part of this man's tribe. I'm
you on crutches right now.
I'm still committed, though.
Yeah.
Coalition of the goddamn willing, Kyle.
This is what we're here for, man. It's what we're here for. We obviously haven't committed to a 9 to 5 and said, you know what, we're going to work 20 years for somebody. Nah, so as soon as you take that and crumple it up and Jordan that shit in the garbage,
Kobe,
you got to do your thing. You got to do your thing. You got to go out in the street. You got to put in that legwork. You got to find your niche. You got to find your avenue, and you got to hold down that block. That's your block. When you find that avenue, you got to hold down the block. You become an entrepreneur. You're not gonna have time for yourself. I barely have time to buy clothes for myself. Like, all my time is split up either from, something that I'm doing, something that I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Or, or something that I gotta remember to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gotta make
real.
it happen. And, like, you gotta understand, like, you're the center of that orbit. If you make yourself the center of that orbit, you gotta make everything turn. And you gotta do what you gotta do to make everything turn, bro. Straight up. You know,
you got the power to do it, my man.
We all do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and in one way or the other, we're all doing it. You know, it's just got to keep pushing. You got to stay focused. You got to stay disciplined on what you want, and don't be afraid to take a risk on yourself and taking a risk on something new to bring you something bigger.
Man, Mitch, again, like I said, brother, I'm already converted. You know where I stand in that space. Wherever I could do what I could do to help that navigation go forward, man, I'm already hyper committed to that, right? But there might be somebody that's still stuck in that box somewhere, you know, be it the literal box, be it the metaphorical box. They stuck in their mindset, right? They can't really think about, you know, it's going to require me to make a sacrifice. It's going to require me to show up maybe when everybody else is already going back in and they turn it another way. It's going to be something that I have to get up out of myself and make sure that I could do to be in this entrepreneurial space, right? Or to thrive in different directions. Mitch, if you had to go back, right, and you had to tell somebody, it's day one me, I'm just coming into this whole gym space, right? And I had to give you a piece of game that's going to help you navigate through the rest of your life, right? I want to be like you. I want to have my own space. I want to have my own family. I want to do all the rest of that stuff. But I don't know how to get started. I'm still stuck in my ways, right, Mitch? If you had to give me one piece of advice that's going to be critical to moving forward and really stepping into that power of my value, of my worth, what would that piece of advice be?
Got to care about yourself.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not putting that best foot forward, you're not trying to go ahead, you're not really caring about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going through with the motions. You got to care about yourself. Sometimes you got to be selfish and just put yourself first and get yourself to where you're going, you know?
Man.
I tell my clients that. I tell my clients, you know, you got clients too, and a lot of them is like part of the 1% or whatever that whatever corny shit they're doing. And all day long, they're giving people's orders, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, I'm sick, but I can't take care of myself because of the business, or I can't eat right because of the bill. I'm like, yo, take a step back and care about yourself. You can't do none of this shit if your body's breaking down.
Absolutely.
Or you're depressed, or you're angry at yourself, or you're not happy with yourself. You gotta care about yourself, man, and and put yourself forward somewhere, because you can't help other people until you help yourself, bro. Straight up. So yeah, straight up and down, care about yourself, or put yourself first, whichever way you want to put it. But you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do that.
Man, from investing in self to belief in the community to having that future vision that's going to be something that's impeccable, to uplift and to building the families and all the different routes that my man Mitch has gone through, Brother Jones. I don't know a better way to put a bow on this one. If they ain't getting nothing out of that, you might not have been paying attention.
I got one more gem.
Okay.
To drop on them, right?
Hit him with it, bro.
This is my brother right here, man. This is true family in my eyes, and I think about under construction NYC. Right? And how I transformed that and turned it into UND NYC.
You sure did.
You see that, right?
You sure did.
Come on now.
Right? It's dope.
Come on now.
But where did that start, Mitch, is what I want to know, right? Where did that come from?
Because, we was working out, and we was like, we're going to start posting pictures. And we were just like, nah, we're still under construction. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. I want you to know that UND NYC was built in the gym with this man right here on this couch, right?
Okay.
So for me,
take that and run with it, baby.
For me to be a business owner in this day and age, I'm talking not you know what I'm saying, because I say I got a business, but on paper. We talking legally, you know what I'm saying? We talking corporations, LLCs, all that shit happened because of this man on the couch. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So with that being said, he put that entrepreneurial seed in me. So if y'all don't pick this up from this episode right here, I don't know what's going to help you.
Get your life right. I'm trying to tell you, off the strength. It's coming right off the top.
Off the strength right there.
Hell yeah.
That's how you put the ball on that.
That's how you gotta do it. Brother Mitch, you're gonna have all types of people that need to get this energy, right? They're gonna need to know where to get the premium coffee. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna need to know where to pull up for them Haitian patties, bro. They're gonna need to know how they could get into, I don't know what the book is looking like, but even if you could squeeze into this man's schedule at any point in time, they're gonna need to know how to find all the stuff that they need to know about, brother. Can you look right down that lens and give them the information that they need to be able to keep up with what you got going on? Because my man is hot out here in the streets, people. I'm trying to tell you, keep up with Mitch. What's going down, brother?
Drip BK, aka Drip Beverage Lounge, located on 830 Rogers between Church and Erasmus.
There we go.
Be there. You can't miss it. We in that electric blue, right in the middle of the block with all the art in front. Personal training at Mitch Senat. The business is Get Body by Mitch. The website for Drip is dripcafebk@gr.com. And hit us up, man. It's not hard. Everything is public. The phone numbers are public. The Google is public. You can find me in the streets. I'm always walking around. Hit me up, man.
For sure, brother. My man, it's been a long time coming, but it took the time that it needed to make sure that we could celebrate this brother the way that we could, Brother Jones. I can't say enough about my man Mitch over on this side, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Mitch. Yo, it's a pleasure. Always, my man. I can't wait to connect again. And I know this man's trying to get on these mics too. So whenever you trying to do that, I'm here for it, bro.
I'm almost there.
Come on, man. It's not no almost. We ready to jump right in with you, bro. We got that set.
Yeah, I got that.
We got that set. We gonna do it for you, man. Whatever we need to do to plug in, bro. I'm here for it off the strength, man.
Super dope. Yeah.
Come on.
Yo, guys, know this whole show's been about me, but I want to say, y'all came a long way with this. This is dope. Very proud of both of y'all,
man.
And the way y'all connected and that chemistry built is dope. Because I left that spot and y'all connected and everything, and I saw it, but I didn't think it was gonna grow into something as big as important as this, man. Yo, keep doing your thing, man. Kyle, dope person. T, you're a dope person.
Love, homie.
And it was always nothing but motivation for me every time I spoke with y'all, and like serious conversations and real conversations about life and being better and being a better person, and I respect that about y'all. I want to say thank you, man, because it's conversations like that keep people on the right path, and understand that everything that they're doing is for the right reason, and other like-minded people are feeling the same stresses and doing the same thing that they're doing, So big shout out to y'all too.
Man, love for it, man. We out to motivate the motivators, bro. And we trying to really celebrate the people that I know are changing lives, and you are the top of that pinnacle for examples of how that moves around, man. So these are the kind of conversations that we always need to have, man. And it's been important. That's why I was trying to get you in here the whole time. It's like, yo, this brother Mitch is moving the whole community. We got to celebrate this man. We got to see how we do it, Brother Jones. Ain't that right?
Yo, the love for you pulling up. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to get you to come in forever. One phone call. Yo, we got a cancellation. What's up, nigga?
Give him real.
Yo, I'm gonna be there. Bet.
Yeah.
Easy money.
So we here.
It was dope. That was dope. I'm happy I was able to come,
One phone call away, my guy.
Always, brother. Love always, man. Once again, it's been another fantastic episode of Off the Strength. I'm a trainer called Tony.
KR Jones.
Peace and much love to y'all out there. Until next time, we'll see you soon. And it's a wrap, Dave. Cut and print.
That was an extendo clip.
Hell yeah, man. We gave them what they needed, man.
Know what time we started.
We got into it. The funk is with you.
Yo,
the funk is there.
Ain't nobody re-up. That's how I knew it was real. I was like,
What's good, everybody? I'm a trainer called Tony, and I am here from the infamous Off the Strength podcast, asking you today, listeners, viewers, wherever you may be, to please like, listen, and subscribe to our podcast. This is how we're going to continue to be able to deliver you the best goddamn wellness information out here. So if you want to keep hearing this and you want us to keep growing, you are a part of this show just as much as anything else. So please go to offthestrength.com. Make sure you check out our blogs. Make sure you check us out on IG. And if you're hearing this voice and you didn't hit that subscribe button, know that Kyle is going to come looking for you.
You got that right.